All right, welcome everybody. We're going to do some basic Ruby programming. We're going to use IRB, which is Interactive Ruby. And I want to just do some strings, show you some strings, variables, and numbers. All right, so actually we're going to start out with numbers. So we're going to use I is going to be our variable, and the equal sign assigns value. So we're saying I equals 9. And look, here's something that's a little different. Do you know what that means and what it's going to do? That's a comparison. That's not an assignment. So one equal sign is saying I am assigning the value of 9. Two equal signs is saying is I equal to 9. And since I is 9, which we defined here, we're basically saying does 9, which is I is 9, does I equal 9? So let me show you that another way. Let me go with J equals 10. So now J equal 9 will give you false. Now watch this. J plus 1 equal 10. Oh, I confused myself there. J is 10. Okay, so let me start. Let me do that. So I plus 1 equal 10 should give me true. Because now what we said is I is 9, and we just did a calculation. I plus 1, and then we also did a comparison. Is I plus 1 equal to 10? All right, so now let me show you strings. We'll go do a string 1. Let's call it string 1 so it's not confusing. String 1, and we're going to assign it the value of hello. Okay, string 2, and we're going to assign it the value of I'm. And now string 3, I'm programming in Ruby. All right, so now let's put them together. String 1, string 1, string 2, string 3. What's that going to do? Oh, we have to give it plus signs. So it's, even though we're not doing math here, but it's called string interpolation. It's a fancy word for just combining strings together. All right, so now it did what we wanted it to do here. We've got string 1 plus string 2 plus string 3. Pretty simple, right? But look at what the output is. It's kind of jacked up, right? We don't really want that, do we? So one way of fixing that, and by the way, you can use the up arrow, just the next to the shift key. The up arrow will go back to the things that you've typed, actually the things that you've entered, so you don't have to necessarily retype everything. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to fix the way that this hello I'm programming in Ruby looks. So what we need to do is add space Just that we're adding a string that's just a blank space. All right, so now let's see if does that fix the first one. Yep, that fixed the first space. All right, so I'm hitting my up arrow again. So now I need to do one after string 2. Whoops. And looks like we're good. Instead of doing all these plus signs and everything, what we can do, another way to fix all of this, let's see, string 1 is hello. So let's just do this. String 1 equals hello space. String 2 equals, string 2 is I'm. So yeah, we need a space. And so now if we do string 1, string 2, string 3, without having to add all the spaces there, because we changed the values that these variables have been assigned. So now it should be perfect. All right. Let me show you some more numbers real quick. So I equals 2, J equals 4. So one thing you could do is you could do the multiplication is the asterisk. So that will give you 8. So you can do, basically this is like a calculator. You can do anything. I mean, you can use bare numbers. You can just use regular numbers, but you can also use variables. So like, let's do, you can do, complex calculations also. So let's say t equals 4 times 8. So now t, so let's say u equals 8 times 8. So now let's do u divided by t. So you get the drift there. You can do everything you would do on a calculator. Let's see. And you can do greater than, less than. So yeah, so you can do greater than, less than. You can do, and then the comparison would be 2 equal signs, which that's not assigning value again. That's comparing. Is t equal to u? So we get false. So now t u. So what we can do is t times 2, is that equal to u? And we should get true, because what we did is t is just 32 times 2 is on the left side. So this value is going to be 64, and the value of u is 64. So now if you compare them, then you get true. I think that's enough for now. We'll go ahead and end this lesson here. Just a basic introduction to Ruby, IRB, and numbers and strings.